Mike Braun says state law enforcement agencies will take part in federal immigration task forces.
Yeah, and those agreements are under the federal 287G enforcement program. A lot to tell you about on this one. Let's get right on over to News 8 government reporter Garrett Bergquist. Garrett, what does this all entail?
So this involves the state police, the Department of Correction, and the Indiana Department of Homeland Security. This makes Indiana the latest state to enter into statewide 287G agreements, and it comes amid a continuing immigration enforcement push. The agreements include the most expansive 287G programs possible. The state police and the Indiana Department of Homeland Security both will take part in the task force model. The governor's office says this means they can make immigration arrests, issue immigration detainers, and operate as a joint task force with ICE.
The task force model is an incredibly broad allocation of federal powers to, in this case, the Indiana State Police to essentially act as quasi-federal agents on the streets of our state.
The Department of Correction has signed a warrant service officer memorandum. This allows corrections officers to help identify and deport removable aliens who have been arrested for a crime and booked into state prisons. The governor's office says the department will make up to 1,000 beds available to ICE at the Miami Correctional Facility. State-level 287G agreements were rare until this year. Indiana is now the 23rd state with at least one such agreement. Daley says this will keep officers from dealing with street crime.
What we've seen in other law enforcement agencies when they've become 287G task force agencies is increased racial profiling, a reallocation of local or state resources, and just a community that feels less safe simply because their law enforcement officers are not able to carry out their primary duties.
I asked the governor's office as well as the affected agencies for comment. The state police and IDHS say they don't have any other details they can release. A spokesperson for Governor Braun says they were not able to make anyone available today. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV and WishTV.com.